Welcome to episode 292 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and once again, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
I have returned.
You went on holiday.
I went on holiday.
You've returned to the motherland,
yes.
The mothership.
Yes, I'm back in non-HughesNet land.
Right. Gamestitch HQ.
I didn't get a chance to listen last week. Did you go over why I wasn't on last week?
I didn't explain the ins and outs of HughesNet.
Okay.
Or why you were subject to using HughesNet.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I went on vacation to visit my brother in Georgia, and all he has is HughesNet. And everything you ever heard about HughesNet is true.
Now, I'm assuming this is by necessity, not by choice, right?
That's all he can get. That's all he can get, yes. Where he lives, that's all he can get. But I had the fullest intentions of being on. I took my PC, or my laptop. I took my whole setup. And then I got there, and my brother, I'm like, your internet, can I use it? If I didn't have to use video, I wasn't going to use video. Mm-hmm. Because those are the sacrifices I make for the show. But he said, well, when I downloaded a game, it took me like a day and a half to download it. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, a day and a half.
Yeah, that's not really going to work for what we do.
He's got in his bedroom, he has like the main HughesNet system. And then in his living room, which is literally like you go out the door, make 6 steps to your left, make 7 steps to your left, and there's the TV with the hopper. And it sits on buffer at 25% on Netflix for fucking ever. So I was like, okay, this was an awesome plan that got derailed. So I immediately got in touch with you and said, yeah, you're probably gonna need to call somebody to cover for me because this isn't going to go well.
And then I elected to wait till the last minute to tell Gerald.
Yes.
Which I know that he appreciated.
I'm sure he did. He knows
Everyone likes a surprise.
He knows you well enough, though. He understands.
Everybody likes a surprise.
That you love surprising people. He understands that.
Yeah.
He does.
So, do you think HughesNet's tagline is "It's better than nothing"?
I got to tell you, I'd rather have nothing. Okay, because
HughesNet, it's better than nothing.
Because is it better to have not started the journey at all, or is it better to be so close to finishing it and you just can't get there?
Is it better to buffer or not?
To buffer or not to buffer? That's the question.
Right. I don't know. I gotta think a hotspot would be faster than that.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't use his Wi-Fi for anything. We rotated between hotspots.
Yeah, I know people who stream Netflix and Hulu and whatnot off of hotspots.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to living in a city or somewhere close enough to get high-speed internet.
And it's actually not like an incredibly unpopulated area. It's not like he's like in the middle of the desert. It's not like he's, living on top of a mountain.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with internet. You can be right down the street from
and
people who are getting it and not get it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Like, he doesn't have any cable there. He uses Dish Network for his cable. And HughesNet for his...
As odd as it sounds, checking whether you can get internet where you're moving is almost something you want to do before you move.
Oh, yeah, I was scared shitless when I moved here. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, because you're pretty rural where you're at, right?
Yeah. Like, my road is a dirt road, and my dirt rock driveway is 1,200 foot long. So,
yeah, I would have been terrified.
And they only plow half of my road in the winter.
Yeah, I would have been terrified I wasn't going to have it. I checked before. I would check before, and I'd be like, it's make or break on whether or not we I can't not have high-speed internet.
Well, let me tell you what I did. When I first looked at it, the realtor was like, I don't know. So, having performed that profession before, I walked around the house a little bit, and I'm like, wait a minute. there's an orange line going into the house.
Also, it had actually had service before.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
so I'm like, huh. So then I start looking and I found out where it could be, and the pod is actually pretty far away. Like, it's pushing the max of how far you can run line. So I'm like, oh, so what if it's no good? And I said, well, no, because they just maxed that now. And now they maxed out to like 300, 275?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's like 200 download now.
Yeah. Because when I was doing it, it was like 150. It was 150 feet. I was like, that's way more than 150 feet.
Yeah, 300 feet now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like 150 when I was doing it. And then I was like, well, no, they changed that. So, well, if they've had it here before, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, so for those that have not experienced this, the cable provider that we both use will only go 300 feet from the tap. My house, I am happy to say, is 298 feet.
That's right. We talked about this.
And I had everything lined up and ready to go when the guy got here, and I'm like, look, it's been measured.
Do not call. Do not call.
It's been measured by people who work here, who do this for a living. I just need you to hook it up.
Do not call the service techs.
He said, no, I measured it. It's good. Okay. All right. Sorry we got off like we did. It was not, I don't know you. It was, it's a trust thing.
Was it a tech who's been there a while, or is it one of the new guys?
It was one of the contractors who had been there for a little while.
Oh, contractors. You got to be careful with contractors sometimes.
That's why as soon as he got out of the thing with his little measure wheel, I'm like, look. He said, I've got to measure it, though. You don't, though, because I'm telling you.
Right. It's been measured.
It's
by
good.
The company that hired you.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually just good. Hook it up for me. He did an amazing job. But it's probably because I walked out there as he had one leg out the door, and I'm like, look.
Here's how this is going to go, bro.
Right. We could go down two paths at this point.
We're at the fork in the road, my friend.
But let me tell you who I am, because I know you don't care.
Right. I work for the company that hired you.
He really did a good job. We got into minor beef about the splitter that I wanted to use.
You may not know, but I'm kind of a big deal.
What do you know about lower management?
Right.
Yeah, I tried to. I wanted to use a different splitter than what they supply, and that was the only beef that we had.
Did he let you use yours?
Negative.
He had to use his.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because
he told me as soon as he left, I could just switch it out for mine, but he couldn't hook it up with mine.
Yeah, no, because he can't. He's got no way to guarantee or warranty that.
They used it against me too. They're like, "You of all people understand that we have to follow the process."
Right.
I'm like, all right, fuck you.
Because as you've already stated, you're kind of a big deal.
Per the driveway conversation, we'll be following the book today, sir. So I was like, fair enough. He actually called his supervisor and asked, and the guy was like,
nah.
Mm-mm. I bought a powered splitter.
Yep.
That helps signal strength.
Yes, but it can actually create frequency issues.
His fear was that my signal would be too high, I guess.
Yeah.
So create noise on the line or something. I don't
noise
know.
in the line. Those powered splitters are known for that.
I bought a nice one, but never used it.
Well, now you can.
It works good.
No reason to.
Yeah.
Except for that one night when.
Yeah, it does go down here and there. I don't know what the deal is. I think we've made a lot of changes to the system and making it faster for everybody, and I think that's just caused a couple outages here and there.
I gotta go talk to the cable people. Well, of course, apparently they're getting rid of it in New York or some shit. I don't know. But
I don't know either.
Because I have the modem router tandem. I wasn't here when they hooked it up.
Yeah,
my wife
I don't like the
here.
combo units.
And I don't like the combo unit. So I think I want my own router system.
Yeah.
You know. So I think I just have to take that back and be like, yeah, can I just get a regular router? Or a regular modem?
Mm-hmm. That's what you do.
Or actually, I can go purchase my own modem, can't I?
Yeah, don't use your own modem, though.
Don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's included in the price, and there'd be no reason not to use theirs.
I mean, a modem's a modem.
The ones that we give out are...
It's the routers that are...
Yeah.
Different.
Yep. I would just go switch it out and say I want a modem only, take the Wi-Fi off, and then buy a router.
A good router.
Yeah. A good router makes a big difference. Even good internet with a shitty router is not...
Right.
It's not spectacular.
Right.
And this has been the Cable Internet Podcast.
That's right.
You hear that? I got a little gravel in my voice all of a sudden. You hear that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Got a little phlegm. I mowed the yard yesterday.
Is that why?
Let me clear that out for everybody. You're welcome.
You and your allergies? All that crap?
I wore the respirator, though, so
Did
not
you?
as bad as it could be. Yep.
Did you? You wore the end of the world mask. Nice.
I did. I have.
Nice.
I've been wearing the baseball cap instead of the big, giant old man fishing cap.
Oh, that's good.
It's not. I can't find the old man fishing cap. It got washed, and now it's just gone.
I don't know.
So, think about setting up a search party today to find it. I looked for like 20 minutes, which is max look time for anything.
Yeah, that's longer than I look for most things.
If I can't find it in 20 minutes, I'm like, it's gone.
I probably don't need it.
Yeah, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Unless it's a car key, and I'm like, I just have to keep plugging along.
Well, that's different.
So, you've been gone for a full, solid week.
I've been gone since last Thursday. 2 Thursdays
played?
ago. So the only thing I did is I did take my VR. And my nephew got to play the beginning of Skyrim up until you have to start controlling stuff, because then all of a sudden an update was required. And I didn't have 9 days. Like, it still wouldn't be done. So I didn't bother updating.
What did he think of the VR?
It was completely... He thought it was going to be very gimmicky. Which I think is a thought that a lot of people have. It's a thought I had at first. But he's like, whoa, this was not what I thought it was going to be. This is awesome.
In a good way. Right.
Yeah. Like, my wife was watching him because he's like reaching out, trying to touch stuff.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there. He's like, whoa.
Where are you with VR like 2 weeks later?
Well, one of those weeks I was on vacation. So,
But just as you've thought about it, and
I have to figure. I like it. I do like it, and I'm also in a situation. I've got the case, so I can leave mine hooked up.
mm-hmm.
I have a stand and everything that everything goes on. It charges everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to. I don't have to worry about the hook it up, take it down, hook it up, take it down. You know, all that stuff. The only issue. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. The only issue I have is that I don't know if, I think I talked about it a little bit the last time I was on. I don't know if it's my room or me, but I immediately fog up the lenses just about.
Oh, yeah. So I don't typically have that problem. I have had that problem sometimes,
and I
though.
get hot and I sweat, and then it fogs them up more.
I do get hot. So if you play with all the lights off in the room,
mm-hmm.
and then pull the front of the headset out a little bit where it doesn't make such a good seal on your face, it helps a lot. And the little bit of light that comes in doesn't bother me because it kind of blends in with the screen.
Okay.
I do that sometimes. I also angle it on my head differently than I think they show you to put it on, and that seems to help too.
I can't. How do you angle it? Do you pull it back like they show
tilted,
you?
It's tilted. No,
tilt it more forward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, see, that's what I do too, because otherwise it does lift away.
Yeah, but that lift away, I think, will be okay.
So I'll try to try that.
Trade a little lift away for not fogging it up, because if you're anything like me, you get real hot like that in there, I can't play anymore.
No, I can't. I can't see because I have to keep stopping and wiping the lens off, and I put it back on.
I had an issue with Farpoint. I couldn't get it. I was fogging up bad in that game, and then Dirt Rally, I don't know what was going on with me that night. I was inches away from throwing up.
Oh, wow. I do it, and it happens to me like when I put it on.
Oh, yeah, it shouldn't be happening that quick. They also make some like...
No, not immediately when I put it on, but it happens every time I have it on.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They make those anti-fog wipes for like scuba and things like that you can get. They probably wouldn't be the worst thing to clean it with. They probably would help some of that.
I just got to make it because what I've been doing is I've been getting that super good seal on my face, and I'm sure that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting a little fan and setting it up in here to blow on me. I think that'll be okay.
I wish it had a fan built in.
It should. Yeah, that'd be
a little baby ass fan.
Just.
I'm talking about right in the face.
Oh, right in the face?
Where that little sensor is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Put me a little baby ass fan right under that blows just really softly.
Doesn't make
it would be hot though, I'm sure, if it was pulling air from inside of it.
Oh yeah.
Just blow hot air on you, then you'd definitely throw up.
But no, it's a very, very cool experience. It's done very well on considering what the PS4 is. Right. I think it's done very well. It's done very well.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best VR that exists. I do think it's the most accessible VR that exists.
Yeah, no doubt. Particularly money-wise.
I think the Move controllers finally have a home that makes sense.
Yes.
They work very well on VR.
Yep. That's how I played Batman.
Yeah, I like them. They're great for hands. Anything where you control arms, they're great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really... It's one of those things, like I always talk about, you're not going to use it every week, even sometimes every month, but when you use it, you're always like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Which is the crazy thing.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to play Skyrim in it.
Yeah.
Now, the difference is when I play Skyrim, I do use the controller.
Yeah. But still, you're in that world.
But you still feel like you're still looking around and seeing what's going on.
We're going to get to a VR story later, but it sounds like VR is alive and well.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So I've just played a little bit of Rocket League, like always, and an unhealthy amount of No Man's Sky.
That's what you said. You said you're over 100 now?
Yeah, I'm over 100 hours. I don't know. That game is just like it was before for me.
Back in, huh?
Just get in and lose myself in there. And the base building, I like it.
Good.
Like, I like it a lot.
I haven't got to the base building area yet. I obviously, as I stated a number of times, haven't been around for 10 days. Missed a lot.
So, I have the construction terminal, the science terminal, the weapons terminal, the farmer, the exocraft terminal. So I finally got the car last night, so I'm driving around in the exocraft, which is gangster. And
did you customize the stuff?
You customize the base. You can change the color of the rooms. You can actually build the rooms just by walls if that's what you want to do. If you want to go totally custom, I've used for the most part pre-built rooms and just attached them. So I built my first base. I really loved, but it looks like your first base.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like after you go back, you're like, what was I doing? There's like rooms that don't make any sense. There's one that's stacked. There's no door on it. I don't know what I was doing. But Howard found, shout out to Howard who sleeps all the time.
Sleepy Howard.
He said something. He's like, why you tell everybody I sleep on the show?
Did he say something?
Yeah.
Did he say something about it?
Yeah, so now he'll only be referred to Howard that sleeps.
Sleepy Howard.
Yeah, Sleepy Howard said that he found a planet that had nothing wrong, which is something we talked a lot about not being able to find.
Right.
He found one, no storms.
Air's good, no storms.
Bingo. You can stay out all day long. You can leave your controller, go take a shit, come back, your person's fine.
Oh, my God.
And I said, talk to me tomorrow because I don't believe you. You know, storms roll in, things happen in that game. So the next day he texted me and was like, still standing here, still good. And I was like, all right, that's base number 2. He said, I found this awesome flat spot. I'm like, yeah, I've seen flat spots. They're never flat. I fly over to him. It is fucking flat, like paved flat almost.
Really?
I was like, that is the most amazing area I've ever seen. And it's on like a peninsula surrounded by water. I'm like, if this isn't home, I don't know where it is. So he's got his base there, and he said, you can build in front or behind me. I'm just going to use this middle section. I'm like, cool. I'd fly over there. I try to put my computer down. I'm too close to his base.
Oh.
On the front or the back, so I can't build on the super flat area. So then I was pissed because I'm like, he got a head start, plus he's got a super flat area. He's going to build a better base than me, and I can't have that. So I went on the hill above him and built one that hangs over the cliff overlooking his.
Oh, nice.
It's not flat, but it's super cool because when he looks up, I I built this big glass dome that hangs like off the
cliff?
hillside, and it's
Yeah.
got these like big spiral structures that hold it up, and it's super cool looking, and the room's all glass. I just stand there and stare at him. Like the peasants down at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm the king.
Yeah.
I'm the king,
So,
baby.
I like that base a lot more. I like what I've done with it. I painted it all different colors. I've wings that are painted different color. All my terminals are down the black hallway. Everything else is yellow right now to try to make it easy. Because you can come in and use stuff, and I try to make it easy for people to navigate it.
Right.
And aesthetically, I did a lot. You don't have to put support structures under there. They can just float. But I did to make it look better. And
More
I really
realistic.
like how it looks.
More realistic.
It looks gangster. Real happy with it. So
It seems like I missed a
into the base
lot
build.
this week.
Oh yeah, I'm still doing the mission stuff. I'm doing all of the plan discovering. I did the 10 planets, discover everything on there. So that part's done.
One thing I did do before I left, I don't think I told you this. I wanted to download all 3 of the PS Plus games.
Yeah.
Mafia, Dead by Daylight, and Here We Lie. Is it Here We Lie?
Yes. Yeah.
Here They Lie? Whatever.
It's a scary VR game.
It's one of those. I wanted
Shoot your
all
pants
of those.
VR.
I did not have room on my PS4.
Welcome to my world. That sucks.
So I'm like, fuck it. This was on Tuesday. I got home and I was like, fuck. I don't have enough room. I don't want to delete anything either. Because, I got all my... What I did is I went ahead and I installed all the PSVR games. Like, when I want to play them, I don't have to wait for them to install.
Right.
Fuck it, I don't have room. But I know I want to play all these. Amazon, fuck it. Time to get a 2 terabyte hard drive. Boop, 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 boop.
Good for you, because I'm still, after all this time, deleting.
I did not get the internal one. I did get the external portable.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all I need. So that thing got here Thursday. So before my wife was getting home, I had like 2 hours in between. I was all packed and everything, and I had 2 hours between time I got home and my wife got home that we were leaving on Thursday. So that gave me time to get shit switched over and take care of the important stuff.
Right, yeah, like getting the PS Plus games downloading. It's pretty much like securing the house before you go.
So I did do that, and I have no idea why I waited so fucking long, because it's literally you plug it in and it's ready to go. You move shit over, and you're good to go. As long as it's plugged in, you can play them right off of it.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't done it either, but I'm still fighting the good fight.
Still,
And deleting games.
I don't know if it's a good fight.
It's the old man fight.
It is. You're an old person that don't like change fight.
I'm not plugging more technology in my technology.
But
I'm just going to delete it.
I highly recommend it. I finally did it.
Dan's in with big hard drive now.
I'm what?
Big hard drive. You're out there lobbying for big hard drive.
Oh, yeah. 2 terabyte.
For external hard
It
drive.
was a 2 terabyte for like $76.
I don't know the price of hard drive. Sounds fine.
The
Sounds reasonable.
one that's formulated for the PS4. At Best Buy, the same one's like $112.
Yeah, they're not fair on pricing.
No.
I get it, though. You got to pay the lights. Got to pay all the people that stand there.
Well, the thing, you know what else I don't like? Is it takes Best Buy forever to mark down collector's edition games.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I go in there and, like, Destiny 2, the collector's edition, they still have it for, like, the same price you could get it for brand new a year ago.
I think that's because they got to fill those shelves up with something. They can't go without the space.
Just the only thing I did see at one point was the Dishonored 2 collector's edition for like $60.
That's still not a good deal for me.
Me either.
If I don't necessarily want the collector's edition, but I'm willing to buy it, I think it's got to be like $20.
Well,
like 2 years later.
Well, for me, it usually varies depending on how much the collector's edition was and how much I want the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I got the new Colossus for $50.
Right.
Well, that was like $150 or $130 special edition. I want to play that game anyway. That was a good deal for me.
Right.
I could have just got the game for like I went in there to get the game that was on sale that week for like $20.
I haven't purchased the collector's edition in a bit.
That's the last one. That's the most recent one I bought, I think.
I've really dialed back my spending on video games.
I don't know that I've dialed back my video game spending. I've dialed back like the special stuff, and I'm taking more. Do I want this game? What am I going to get about? I'm doing more thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a better job going. But when am I going to play that?
Am I going to? Is this going to be?
With the exception of VR.
Yeah, with the exception of VR.
I'm still an idiot with that and buy everything, but.
But is this going to be? Is this going to be an 8-hour fun for me, or is this going to be? This is an 8-hour game, but it's got a multiplayer attached to it. This is a 20-hour game, but it's just single player. But is the multiplayer? Does that matter? Because is anybody else I know going to play it? Because I don't play with strangers. So, and then I end up weighing this all through, and it just becomes a mess.
Yeah. With VR games, I'm still buying stuff because when I want to play VR, I want to play VR.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have games because when I get ready to jump in, I need something to play. I don't know what kind of mood I'll be in, so I have a few different types. But other than that, I've really dialed back my spending. I think the next thing I'm probably going to buy is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Yeah, it looks real good.
I'm definitely going to get Spider-Man. I'm definitely going to get Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I'm going to get that one too. However, I don't like their attitude.
Who? Ubisoft?
Square Enix.
Or Square Enix?
Yeah.
What's their attitude? Which attitude?
About coming out at the same time as Spider-Man.
That comes out a month later, or almost a month later.
But they were talking about, do you think this will affect you at all? They're like, only one of these games has Spider-Man, or only one of these games has Lara Croft. Yeah, only one of them has fucking Spider-Man. Like, don't be so cocky to think that Tomb Raider is bigger than that.
I'm excited for both of them. That's all I got to say.
Me too. I just don't like their attitude. I'll tell you what I'm excited for that I need to play on Game Pass. Uh-huh. Shout out to Xbox. Graveyard Keeper. It has been described to me as Stardew Valley, but in a graveyard.
Ah.
And it's on Game Pass now, and it just came out, so it came out for day one Game Pass.
Day one Game Pass.
So I'll probably check that out soon, too. I may even stream.
I probably won't.
Yeah, I could see you not playing it. I could see that.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the news.
Yeah, I got so much stuff to do. We're just gonna be a short one today, guys.
Yeah, you got 10 days worth of stuff to do.
Yeah, apparently it rained the whole time too, so my yard is like Jumanji.
If this is your first time joining us, welcome. You can head over to patreon.com to support us, rate us on iTunes, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
It's abbreviated.
You just don't have the patience for it today, huh?
I mean, we got to get through this. You got grass to cut.
I would give you that, though, to go through the spiel. You spent a lot of time working on that, bro.
I know. I'm a professional.
You should. I'll give you the time for that.
I'm professional. Maybe I'll work it in at the end. I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
If you want to hear the full pitch, wait till the end.
And then you might hear it. You might not.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a surprise.
That's how real life works, okay? You get promises. They get broken.
Ask Gerald about surprises.
He loves them. It appears Valve kind of sort of accidentally maybe launched its Twitch competitor, Steam.tv. And I say kind of sort of because I don't know. They're being sketchy about this.
Yeah. They launched it and it was a mistake. It's a test. It's this. It's not its working form. It's not really for that. Yeah. But it's exactly that.
So it launched. It was live. People were finding it. It appeared to be what people are saying is a direct competitor to Twitch and YouTube. It was briefly up and showing Dota 2's The International. No other option to watch anything else. It did have a chat. It looked like Twitch.
It looked like Twitch.
Once logged in, you had some different options and everything like that. And then Steam immediately reached out and said, or Valve immediately reached out and said it was meant to be an internal test. It was never meant to be publicly accessible. That was an accident. We're working on updating our stream broadcast for the main event of The International. And what people saw was a test feed accidentally made public. So it sounds like what they're trying to say is, no, it's not that. It's just for watching The International. A lot of work to put into watching one thing, Valve.
Yeah.
Not that The International is not massive, because it is, but
still.
Come on.
We know what's going on here.
Come on. Is it Twitch? You could say it's Twitch.
You know what? That shit got leaked on purpose because they
That's pretty calculated.
They wanted to feel it out and see how people were going to react. I mean, come on. Twitch, Steam. See?
Come on, twitch.steam.tv. Next story. That one doesn't really do anything for us because it's not live yet. Do I want a competitor for Twitch that's good? Yes. Do I dislike Twitch? No. Competitors make other things better.
Right.
Do I want YouTube to be better? Yes. I want all of those things. I want more. I think the way people love Discord, it's not the worst idea for Discord to offer some sort of streaming. I want more options for streaming because it forces the others to be better with the exception of Mixer. Fuck you, Mixer.
What's wrong with Mixer?
I don't know. I've never used it. It seemed like an easy target.
It's unfair.
I don't like the forced hand of Mixer on Xbox.
I get that. That part I get. That they make you use that. And they make... Like, YouTube is virtually impossible to use on.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't happening.
On Xbox.
If you had unlimited money and you were picking your next console, what's one of the things you would need to make sure that it was? I'm looking for one specific answer here.
I would say it would have to be able to cook me dinner.
Right, that's incorrect. The answer I was looking for
was
not. It would have to be gold-plated.
It's not incorrect in my world.
It's
you
incorrect.
Asked me.
But I was looking for one specific answer, not cook dinner.
Gotcha, okay.
Do you want like an easy bake oven on the side of it?
No, I want it to be like Rosie the Robot in the Jetsons. I want it to be like my maid and my butler and cook me dinner and clean my house.
Yeah.
I want a Roomba that I can play video games on.
I might get that. I named my Roomba Alice.
Why Alice? Yeah, the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So now I can say, Alexa, have Alice clean the floor. And she's like, yes, sir. She didn't say sir, but she's like, I'll get on that. And then the Roomba just comes out and starts vacuuming shit up. It's pretty great. No, you'd want it to be gold-plated, and Xbox is making that a reality. Man, what's happening with the voice today?
I don't know what's happening again, though.
Puberty.
All of a sudden, it just goes away. It goes like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Very foamy this morning. That's exactly how it sounds.
You sound like Smaug the Dragon in The Hobbit.
Xbox has a gold-plated Xbox One, and they're giving it away. You don't have to be uber wealthy.
They only have one, though.
Yeah, there's just the one to rule them all. And it's cool looking. And all you have to do... So it's called Xbox Live Gold Quest. You see what they did there?
I did. Get it?
It's catchy marketing.
It is catchy.
As detailed on the Live Gold Quest site, you need to complete both quests. So there's 2 quests that you have to do between April 14th and August 27th. And by April 14th, I mean August 14th. August 14th through August 27th. Had a stroke, sorry. And all you have to do is those 2 quests and you're entered. So score 7 achievements and
at least
play
30,
at least 30
minutes of multiplayer.
So they've set the bar fairly low.
Yeah, 7 achievements is not hard to get.
I jump in the Graveyard Keepers, whatever I called that game earlier, Graveyard Keeper, and then I play it for 30 minutes, I think I could be qualified.
Probably.
Now, if I won this, I'd have to quit the show. I'd be too big time.
You think so?
Yeah, I would. At that point, I'd be too fancy to continue to do this show.
I'll tell you what I'd do if I got that.
I'd just have to sit around and polish it.
That bitch is going up for auction somewhere.
Right on eBay.
Yep.
Immediately. Second you get it. You're not even opening it.
No.
Is it because you don't care to have another one, or you don't care to have a gold-plated one?
I don't care to have a gold-plated one.
Yeah.
I do not need that kind of responsibility in my life.
It looks good, but we both know fingerprints would be a big pain in the dick with it.
I might sell it to you.
I would buy it.
Not for what I'm asking, you wouldn't.
Probably not. I would make you an offer that you would find insulting, though.
Yes, you would.
It's cool looking. If you want to check out the picture, I'm sure if you search Xbox Live Gold Quest, you will see it. It does include a gold-plated controller also. They have not announced that they will be selling these, and I'm sure they won't because this one would not be cool if they were going to make tons of them.
Well, I mean, putting 24 Garrett cold plating into any kind of mass production is not something your console makers are generally going to do.
It's not like you said 24 karat. You said 24 Garrett.
I said 24 karat.
I think you said Garrett. You're thinking about our good friend Garrett Wade.
Okay.
24,000 Garrett.
It's possible. I suppose it could have. 24K carat. 24 carat.
24 karat. I like that even better.
24K carat.
Yeah, 24 karat gold. Isn't that the Bruno Mars song?
I don't know. I don't listen to Bruno Mars.
He's a talented guy. I also don't listen to him, though.
I don't care if Kiki loves me either.
Well, we all got our thing. I do care about this gold system. I'm going to enter to win it because it would shame on me if I don't at least do that.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I hope. What is it? It's through 27th?
27th. You have plenty of time.
Right. Yeah, I got a week.
Nintendo Switch is offering a new bundle, and I think if you've waited to get one, this is not a bad bundle. It's exclusive to Walmart, which is unfortunate because it's Walmart. And it's $360, and it comes with the Switch, Mario Tennis Aces, and 1-2 Switch. So you're getting 2 games, basically. They are both digital.
You're getting one for free, essentially.
Yeah, because most bundles come with one. I do want to warn everybody, they are both digital. If you're physical peeps, this is not the bundle for you.
Nope.
But 2 games for $360. Both games are still priced at $60 if you buy them individually at Walmart. I say at Walmart because I've definitely seen 1-2 Switch cheaper.
Right.
I mean, some places.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes on sale. You can buy it pre-owned.
Not a bad. Mario Tennis Ace is getting very good reviews. 1-2 Switch will be fun and gimmicky at first, but you won't play it anymore after a while. So, but Mario Tennis Aces, people seem to like it a lot.
Yeah. 1-2 Switch is. I didn't.
It made a little growl. I don't know if it liked that story or it's thinking about food.
Probably. I know you was thinking about food.
Yeah, you're probably right. Speaking of Switch.
No probably about it.
It's talking about handheld. It's talking about holding it in your hand. How would you like to hold a little Diablo 3?
That'd be neat.
How'd you like to pay $60 to do it?
I don't know.
Seems high.
It does.
It seems high. However, Blizzard has officially confirmed Diablo 3 is coming to Switch, and it's called Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. It will feature the original game alongside the Reaper of Souls expansion. Adventure mode fully unlocked from the beginning of the game. Challenge rifts, Kanaz Cube, whatever that is, and the Crusader class. Additionally, it'll have the Rise of the Necromancer pack, which primarily consists of the Necromancer class. And it also has some Nintendo-only content, which this part's kind of exciting.
Yes.
It has a handful of Legend of Zelda-inspired items in the game. Triforce Portrait, Majora's Mask-inspired wings, just different stuff like that. They'll have a nod to Nintendo. Players will also be able to customize their gear to look like the Ganondorf.
That's awesome.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool looking to be rolling around looking like him. Diablo 3 set to launch later this year on Switch, and they said it will run at 60 frames per second, both docked and in handheld mode, which, if true, will be very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, and people say that it does, I probably will end up getting it. I've been jonesing to play that again anyways.
Diablo, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's where I'll play it. No party chat, though, that's worth a damn.
Right.
Something to think about. I don't know.
Play it on the PS4.
Now, you said earlier that you wanted to get Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I'm getting it. You said you were getting it too.
Do you want to spend $800 on a statue?
No.
To accompany the game?
Not of Tomb Raider. No.
What if the statue's cool?
No.
Okay. The studio behind the Lord of the Rings, Weta Workshop. They did all the props for Lord of the Rings. I introed that in a weird way. Basically, they've showed off their new Lara Croft figure based on the 10th scene from the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's $800. It's quarter scale. It's made of polystone. And it's cool as hell.
Yep.
it was showed off in Comic-Con, and everybody thought it was cool as hell, but they didn't have a price tag with it.
Now they do, and what?
800 bones.
Yep, that's a lot.
It's cool. I sent you a picture. What do you think of it?
Oh, it is super cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not...
Big, too, quarter scale.
Yeah, it is big.
It's like a life-size...
It's not. It's a quarter of a life size.
It's a life-size.
But it's probably, 2 foot high?
It's like a life-size Lara.
No, it's not. Not a quarter scale. It's not
or
life
Lara.
size.
Or Laura.
Laura. It's not Lara.
Some people like to say it weird.
But it's Laura.
It's Laura, but it's Lara on paper.
It's okay.
No one says Lara Croft, though.
No one does say.
Assholes say Lara Croft. Assholes say that.
Assholes say it?
Assholes say that.
Is that how you know they're an asshole because they say it that way? Are they an asshole because they say it that way? Or are they an asshole who says it that way?
Yes.
Okay.
They're making 750 of these, so 750 lucky sons of bitches will be able to spend $800 on these. If you don't have $800 or you just think that's maybe too pricey, they're going to have other options too. They have prop replicas of Lara's bow and arrow.
Asshole.
For $300. And they also have a high impact urethane material and prop replica of the jade necklace for $100 that Lara wears in the upcoming game.
Asshole.
The statue ships February 2019, while the necklace
it's available at launch.
The bow is due out at the end of 2018. They made this really confusing. How about everything just comes out at the same time?
Right.
September 14th is when the game comes out.
I would say I would say around January then. Is that when they said it's coming out? The statue?
February.
I would expect some DLC at that point.
Yeah, it makes sense. Something to get people jonesed up about jumping into the world of Lara.
Asshole.
Speaking of assholes, 3 million PlayStation VRs have been sold.
How's that assholes?
That's called a segue.
That wasn't even a good one.
It's where one story smoothly transitions into another.
I know what a segue is. That wasn't one.
Everyone who's playing VR has an asshole.
Yes.
Yep.
It's true.
Sony's VR headset reached a new milestone, and they announced on the PlayStation blog that it has now sold more than 3 million units worldwide since October of 2016. In addition to the 3 million hardware sales, they've also sold 21.9 million games and experiences for the device. They put experiences in quotes.
Oh, because you have like the Spider-Man Homecoming experience.
Did it need to be in quotes? I guess that's what they called it. They called it experiences. Sony called it that.
Yeah, experiences is their thing.
They thanked people. There's a shitty sale on right now where you can buy some games a little cheaper. A totally digital VR sale. It's not a great discount. But what I think is, as good as 3 million sounds, we got to think about the number of PS4s sold.
Right.
82 million.
Mm-hmm.
So 4% is not. I mean, that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket.
Probably less than 4%, actually.
So there's a lot of opportunity out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sony can keep growing this thing. I think part of PlayStation Plus will continue to be free VR games, so people have a library built up when they buy it.
I got thinking about this actually on vacation because I had no time to play video games, so I had time to think. One thing that is going to have to happen, I think, with the PS5 is that the same VR system is going to have to work on it. Not a brand new one.
So, I also have been thinking about this.
Okay.
I think that it will.
I think so, too.
But I do think that there will be a new model also.
I think that, too. But I think the one, I mean, literally the one
that you and I have.
Mine's different than yours. The one you have has to work on it.
I believe that they both will.
They have to in order for VR to continue to be a success.
I'll go a step further. You will be able to throw away your breakout box when the new one comes out.
You'll be able to what?
Throw away your breakout box.
Yeah.
I'm confident that the PS5, it will plug directly into the system.
In?
Yes. It will be a much more elegant solution for VR, which will make it much more playable.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
I think the old ones will work out. I do think they will come out with a PSVR Pro, and it will be a better experience, but all games will work on both.
Yes.
Or all three, or however you
I agree with that.
But I agree. Funny we were both thinking about that because we were not communicating.
We were not. The shows where our heads are, though. This is why the show is so goddamn good.
It is good. If I wasn't on it, I'd listen.
Me
and
too.
I'd rate us on iTunes. I'd support us on Patreon.
I'm on it, and sometimes I listen. I didn't this week because my wife doesn't like listening to podcasts.
That's true. Dan does listen to the show, which is weird.
And I don't all the time. But
it's that good.
It is that good. But we say some funny shit, so...
Alongside of the bragging about the 3 million units, they also released the top 10 list of the most played VR games. I thought this was interesting because it's not the most sold.
It's the most sold. It's the most played.
This is the kind of list I like, Sony.
I like this one better. This is, yeah.
People buy shit all the time. I like a list of games that people played. This is smart. Why aren't you releasing lists like this all the time? So, let's go reverse order. Number 10, Super Hot VR. Fucking fantastic.
I don't have it.
Yeah,
I want it.
You should get it. Batman Arkham VR. Oh, sorry. Skip Farpoint.
You did.
Farpoint. Fucking awesome. Batman Arkham VR. Fucking awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Until Dawn Rush of Blood. I have it. I haven't played it. I jumped in it one day and then never played it.
I don't know if I'm into it. I don't know if that's
my type. It's a rail shooter.
Yeah, that's not my type of game.
Job Simulator. Awesome.
I haven't played that. I'm not going to. That's not for me. I have a job. I don't need to simulate one.
Yeah, but it's like goofy over the top.
No, I don't want to play it.
The Playroom VR, fun. Resident Evil Biohazard is shit your pants status.
I haven't played it. I kind of want to.
I have it.
But
haven't played it yet. I don't like scary stuff, but I found it for $15, couldn't pass it up. Rec Room. Lots of fun. Also silly, goofy, free. PlayStation VR Worlds. A little skewed because probably most people got that with their VR. But there's some gems on there also. And number 1, The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, which makes sense because that's like a 100-hour game.
Yeah, you're getting your money's worth out of it.
Right. So that's the most played list, which again I thought was a very cool way to do it. Alongside the list, alongside the bragging of the 3 million units sold, they also announced 2 release dates for upcoming VR games that people seem to be excited about. Creed Rise to Glory, which follows Creed the movie. It looks really cool. It's by the Sprint Vector dudes and dudes and ladies, and it looks cool. It looks fun. It looks like a game that I might actually want to play, and you might mess around and get some exercise during. It's going to come out September 25th, and the sci-fi shooter Evasion will arrive October 9th. It does look cool. I'm excited for that. I forget the name of it. That tight quarter shooter tactical co-op game.
Yep.
You know what I'm thinking of. For some reason, Breach and Clear is stuck in my head, and that's that old PSP game.
It's not Breach and Clear. It's like Bravo Delta.
Yeah, not Bravo Team. It's
There's another one like it though.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about playing it with someone. Yeah. I still haven't done like hardly any VR multiplayer, so hardly any ever.
That's gonna be like one of my next purchases. I think is one of the bundles with the gun controller.
Yeah, I like that gun controller. Spyro Remastered Trilogy has been delayed for PS4 and Xbox One. It will not release when they said it was going to, and now it's going to come out November 13th. It was set to release September 21st. It will now be November 13th. So basically, 2 months later, in a statement, Toys for Bob said that they needed more love and care, so the delay was necessary.
Hey, dude. I
like the way they said that.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to respect the original thing. We're trying to respect you as the gamer. It's not ready.
Well, here's the thing I found is, I remember when we first started this podcast, we used to bitch and moan about pushbacks. I don't know if it's me or if it's because it happens so often. And now it's even happened in movies and stuff, too, where they're pushing movies back, release dates and stuff. But they don't bother me like they used to. I'm kind of much more laid back about it. Like, oh, when it's ready, it's ready. If it's good, I'll play it.
Yeah, I agree. I do have a bone to pick with this. It's not actually in this story, but the Reignited Trilogy comes with updated versions of Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. It is my understanding that only the first game is on the disc. If you do not have internet and you buy this trilogy, you're only going to have one game because the other two games will be downloaded once inserted. That's a shitty move. I hope they're taking this 2 months to correct that.
They are not.
Doesn't seem that way. I don't
Why
like
can't
that.
they just give you a card with a code on it? Well, it's still download only.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, they're not going to put they're not going to put it on the disc.
They also announced in July that Stuart Copeland would be, who was the original composer, is returning for the trilogy.
Police drummer.
Yeah, some may know Stuart Copeland as the drummer for the Police. Some may know him as the original composer for Spyro.
Some may. Some may know him as both.
Some may. Last story, Patrick Soderlund, one of EA's figureheads, been on stage. You've seen him. He's creepy. He's like a robot.
Yep.
He's leaving EA. He's their chief design officer and one of the most recognizable executives for the company. He was a part of all this. He came from DICE. He was formerly the head of DICE. EA acquired him, and then they moved him all around. But he was, I would say, a figurehead at EA. He's leaving. He was really wrapped up in this loot box controversy.
He was, and so was is it Andrew Wilson.
Andrew Wilson. It seems like they've sort of righted the ship over there a little bit. But he's leaving. Obviously, it's going to prompt a little internal shakeup with the company.
And here's the thing, people, listeners, good folks,
kind people.
Kind people. This does not mean that EA is done.
No, it means that he wants to do something different.
Yes.
Andrew House left PlayStation at their pinnacle
because he wanted to work on something different.
Sometimes you just want to do something different. People, including myself, love Phil over at Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
What was Phil's last name?
Spencer.
Phil Spencer. I blacked out.
Wow.
No.
What a piece of shit you are.
Yeah. If it doesn't matter, you knew Phil, Uncle Phil.
No, that's a different show.
People love Uncle Phil, and he took a role where he is much more Microsoft instead of Xbox.
Yes.
Not because they're failing, but because that's what you do with your career.
That's all right.
There are people running around with fire extinguishers all around EA, and I'm like, it's okay. People leave all the time.
Right. It's like this is literally how life works. Yeah. Like, this is the perfect example of how life works.
Two things happened here. He had all the money that he needed and wanted to do something different. Or he was like, I need to do something different before it's someone else's choice.
Yes.
It's okay. EA's going to make it. He's going to make it. It's going to be fine.
Everybody's going to be okay.
Is EA still kind of suck? Yes, but not because of this.
They are trying to right their ship.
They are.
I do give them credit for owning it and trying to make it right. They are working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that they weren't pieces of shit for the stuff they've done? No.
Sure doesn't.
But just because you're a piece of shit one time doesn't mean you can't change that. Doesn't mean that you're stuck being a piece of shit forever. Right.
It's true.
I know it's true. Because I said it.
That's right. Dan speaks the gospel.
I do.
If it comes out of his mouth, you can take it to the bank.
Right. It's Daniel 13:15 right there.
Oof.
I don't know if that's even a real thing. Is there a book of Daniel?
Wrong podcast.
Oh. I just know there's a book of Eli. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's got Denzel Washington in it.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie. That's a Gary Whitta joint.
Yes, it is.
He wrote that. That's it for the news.
I want to see The Equalizer 2. Did you see the first Equalizer?
No.
Oh my God,
it looks fun,
it's
though.
So good.
It looks fun. That's going to do it for the news. We got to jump over to Gone But Not Forgotten, and I've got a real fucking scorcher for you.
No, you don't.
I don't. It is my turn, and I'll tell you. Here's what happened. This week when I was thinking about the virtual reality.
The VR.
Some people call it that.
Don't tell me you're doing something. You're not doing a Nintendo, are you?
No, I'm doing something way worse than that.
Uh-oh. What?
I made the comment to you earlier that the Move controllers finally had a home that made sense.
Yes. Uh-oh.
So as I was thinking about VR, I was thinking about all the weird shit that Sony's tried. Remember iToy, where you could...
iToy, yep.
You were like on the screen and people were jumping in, little samurais were jumping in, you were karate chopping them, and I was like, that was fun, it was weird. You know, then they tried to get super serious with the PS3 camera, PS3i or whatever they called it. You know, and then the Move controllers tried but failed. Anyways, eventually I ended up thinking about a game that I've spoken of on this podcast many a times, and that Dan likes to make fun of me for. But my gone but not forgotten for this week is Book of Spells. And here's why.
You know what? I just want to say this. Okay. When you started talking about weird gimmicky things, remember the iToy? The first thing that came to my mind is he's going to talk about that stupid book game.
Yeah. And here's why I'm going to talk about the stupid book game. Okay, it didn't work. Like, it worked. It didn't work financially. It didn't hit with people. As an adult, you're like, oh, that's fun and cute and neat. As a child, my mind would have melted.
Mm.
If I could have had that as a kid, as a child, but as someone who grew up with Harry Potter, I still enjoyed it. Wonder Book was what the system was called. It was going to be the first of many.
Yes.
It was the one of one, though. The game was called Book of Spells, and it was by J.K. Rowling. She actually wrote the story for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a puffy book, like a puffy jacket, but in book form. The pages are all blank and have symbols on them. Because, again, this was to be used with any game.
Right.
You pointed the camera at it, and then you used the Move controller as a wand. And as you turned the pages, it turned the pages in the game. And things appeared on the pages with spells, and then you cast the spells. And there was a game actually around it that every time you would learn a spell, you would then go do the spell. You'd have to say it and do the gesture, so you were an actual wizard. And I just wish this would have worked. This is very like Nintendo.
It's very Nintendo.
Like they took something and people, I guarantee you, someone was like, here, I have this awesome idea, and they were so passionate that everyone else accidentally went along with it. Which is how I assume everything happens at Nintendo. And it didn't work, but as a kid, if I could have had this or experienced it as a child, I'm telling you, it would have blown my mind. So if you have kids, or here's the reason I'm really telling you it's okay to still check out. It's $8 brand new right now at Walmart.com.
Mm.
So you could just try it. You know, if you still had a PS3 laying around, you could just try it.
It is not backwards compatible for your PS4.
That's not a thing. Nothing is, right? But I think if you're like me, you can still respect what they were trying to do here. You know? Remember Eye of Judgment? That's another one I should have.
Yep, Eye of Judgment. Yep.
I went balls deep on that thing. I bought card packs and everything.
I do remember Eye of Judgment. Yeah. Remember that's what was Ubisoft? What's the one Ubisoft did where you drew?
You Draw.
On the You Draw. That's what it was.
That was THQ, right? Was that Ubisoft?
I thought it was Ubisoft.
Let's
Maybe it was
see.
THQ. I thought it was Ubisoft.
I think it fucking killed THQ. Let's be accurate here, because we don't ever give any information that's not 100% accurate. So let's just make sure.
That's right.
Let's turn to our savior Google.
Okay, go to Google
and see who did this, because you might be right.
I thought it was Ubisoft.
THQ.
It is THQ.
Look at this fucking thing too. Let me get you.
The U-Draw. I remember the U-Draw, dude. I remember it. Yeah,
so
I see it.
You can see
you
the
put your
downfall.
little Wii controller in there.
You can see the downfall right here on this picture. That the cord that attaches that stylus is 3 inches long.
Yeah.
You couldn't even get to the other side of the tablet with that thing.
That's part of the problem. Yeah.
Also, THQ bet big on them and made what I think is $2.6 billion of them.
Oh, yeah, because everybody's going to want 2.
And I'll be honest, I probably got 3 or 4 of those things, because you could pick them up brand new for like $2 when the shit hit the fan. I think I have them for every system. That's the year I went to E3.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't E3. That was GameStop Manager Convention, and they had their whole THQ's whole thing was dedicated to like 3 games, and one of those was U-Draw. And they like had the tablets, and they talked about how it was going to change the industry. Like, they believed in it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I bought one brand new for full price. Gimmicks are made for me.
Yeah, you are a gimmick guy. You love your gimmicks.
If someone's like, hey, this might change the game, and I'm like, sign me up. Tony Hawk Ride Skateboard, absolutely.
Yep. Oh, what was the DJ Hero?
Oh.
You were all in on that, too.
Hey, that game's good. That game's still good. The table's good. That was not a mistake.
You even bought the stand.
I bought the Renegade Edition, which comes with a table that has legs that pops out. It was the Eminem and Jay-Z Renegade Edition. Not a mistake. You draw a mistake. DJ Hero, not a mistake. I stand by that purchase. I'll go a step further. If they were to make DJ Hero 2, I think they made it 2. If they were to make DJ Hero now,
remastered,
I would buy it again.
Okay.
It's that good. It holds up, too. The music's incredible.
It is good music.
I miss the music games a little bit. I mean, I know they tried again, but I mean, let's be honest. I don't have that much space anymore.
Yeah, they're not like... that first Rock Band.
I remember just sitting in my room for hours just stroking the drums in there.
Yep.
I mean, playing the drums hard.
The drums were the coolest part of that.
I broke my foot pedal. I was drumming so hard.
I remember that, because then it took you forever to get a new one.
Yeah, I made them ship me one, assholes. Then I eventually got a nice metal one.
Oh, the nice metal foot pedal?
Mm-hmm. Had the cymbals attachments. Those games were fun.
This stuff, we talked about it before. Steel Battalion, that was awesome. Yeah.
SingStar was fun too. I remember doing that with my friends.
SingStar, yep.
Rock Band, Guitar Hero. I remember.
You Don't Know Jack.
Oh my gosh, You Don't Know Jack was fun.
Remember, everybody had the buttons.
Mm-hmm. Buzz, I played Buzz too. Another gimmick I fell into. That's the PlayStation trivia game. Knowledge is Power reminds me a lot of Buzz. I don't know why they didn't just make that a Buzz game, but
yeah, there's so many gimmicks.
Virtual Boy.
Well, I was not on Virtual Boy.
It's good too.
I did the running. I had the pad for track and field.
That was also a gimmick that worked. The light gun worked.
The light gun worked. Rob the Robot kind of works sometimes.
It works. It's not fun.
It wasn't always. It's not the most intelligent piece of AI out there.
It also sounds like a garbage disposal when he's moving because the servos are so loud.
Yes.
That's
it.
Yeah, but
it sounds like Dumb and Dumber's the most annoying sound in the world.
Sorta. I might have been a little too high pitched when I made that noise. The thing about Rob the Robot, and let's talk about Gyromite. You would get the gyro spinning, the top spinning. So there's a platform that spins it, and then there's 2 platforms you could put it on.
Right.
You would, as Rob, you would pick it up. You would rotate very slowly over to the one that makes it spin. Once it's spinning, you would pick it up and you would place it on one of 2 platforms. When it was spinning, it would lower. When it wasn't spinning, it would not lower.
Right.
So you would place it, and as long as it was spinning, it would lower it. That would then open a door, red or blue, on the screen. Needed the blue door open, get it spinning, put it on there. It took so fucking long to get him over there. You had like 2 seconds by the time it went over there before it was going to stop spinning.
Yep.
It also only works on a CRT.
TV.
Yep. So there's that.
For those of you that don't know, that is a cathode ray tube.
Or a fatback, as the kids call it.
Or the kids call it a fatback?
I don't know. I do.
I don't think it's called a fatback.
PH fat.
It's not. No.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Shit's fat. Shit's fat, yo.
One of the big tube TVs. You do have to have that for Rob because it does these weird epileptic flashes in order to give him directions.
Yes.
So, yeah. Shout out to Rob. I have a Rob.
Go Rob. Go Rob. Go Rob. Go. I had the one. I had the system.
Rob is robotic operating buddy.
Yes.
Which is a great name for anything you call something buddy. It's like robotic operating pal, and they're like, no, it's Rob. That doesn't make any sense. And somebody's like, what about buddy?
Like, oh, because then it's Rob. Perfect. Mm-hmm. You go, Joel. Good job. Because his name was Joel in like the early 80s. That was
in Japan, right? Definitely.
This is the only white guy in Japan.
Robotic operating friend. ROF by Nintendo.
ROF.
Robotic operating acquaintance. ROA. I actually like that one.
ROA?
Uh-huh. This has been your Rob update.
ROA.
That's my Gone But Not Forgotten. Book of Wonders, Book of Spells for the Wonder Book, I should say.
Wonder Book, Book of Spells.
If you have a Gone But Not Forgotten for us, something that you love so much and we haven't talked about, hit us up on Twitter at Game_Scorch using the Scorch. Game Scorch.
Because we're
burn asshole games.
Because we're on fire.
Game_Stitch. I think I said underscorch.
Underscorch. You did. You said game underscorch. Because we're on fire.
Game_Stitch at Twitter. Hashtag GBNF. Game Scorch, not the worst name, where we just burn games.
We just burn shit.
We just get on there and we're like, this game sucks. Let's burn it.
We could do that. It'd be like a 5-minute podcast.
We just get on there and rip games.
Yeah, see this? Yeah, worst ever.
Yeah. We're burning it in this barrel. We're burning it on a fish tank. We're burning it.
I honestly can't think of any games that I've ever played that I would literally not want to have had that experience. I played some games that were shit, but it's not like, man, my life is horrible because of that. I've never been like that.
I agree. I also don't own anything that I don't want to not own.
Right.
So there's that also.
Yes.
Now it's time for shout outs. If you want a shout out, all you have to do is pull up an internet browser. Type in www.patreon.com/Gamestitch.
Not Scorch. Stitch.
Subscribe at the $10 level, and then each and every episode, you get a shout out. If you don't give us one, sometimes Dan will scour your internet life and make up one. Sometimes we do it with no preparation and we just make up one.
We just make up one. We don't do any of the research.
If you were here last week, you'll know that Gerald, who I assigned the shout outs to without him knowing, used his shout out to shout out someone. He used Thomas's shout out to say, Thomas, we need to play Grand Theft Auto together. He commandeered the shout out to shout out the person who he was shouting out.
Gotcha.
And I'm okay with that Inception moment too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
who doesn't love a little Inception? We
need a shout out for Thomas. Do you have one prepared?
I do.
Okay. So this week we're organized.
And this actually goes along this week. Thomas. So shout out is a Gone But Not Forgotten.
Sweet.
His own personal Gone But Not Forgotten. He says, I Ninja for GameCube.
Ooh.
I played that game to 100% completion. It was my standby game as I waited for Zelda Wind Waker. He also goes on to say, also, this game holds up surprisingly well. The lead voice acting was done by Billy West, who is better known for voicing Fry on Futurama. So not only has he given you an amazing game, as his Gone But Not Forgotten, but he has also given you a little bit, he's also made you smarter.
Mm-hmm.
He's given you some information. And
that game is, I don't know about the hold up part because I haven't played it in years. That game's right. It's 20 feet away from me on a shelf in there. I like that game also.
iNinja was fun. I'm afraid it's not the best Tiny Ninja game out there.
That's true. That word goes to Mini Ninjas hands down.
Hands down. Did you ever
Mini Ninjas was good. No, didn't need to. It was good.
Did.
It was good.
Pulling your hat off and sledding on it. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. iNinja cool though. Thanks Thomas for the shout out. And remember, patreon.com/Gamestitch. $10 tier gets you the shout out. Shout out. That's going to do it for the show.
That's it.
We came, we saw, we conquered. Dan's back.
I'm back. I'm back, bitches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't call it a comeback.
Oh, it's not a comeback.
He's been here the whole time.
I never
Except for
left,
last
bitch.
week.
Oh, I was here.
You were on. He was on the entire episode and just didn't say a word.
In spirit.
He just listened.
In spirit.
He's practicing his active listening skills.
I don't need work with those. Mine are great.
You heard it here first. Great active listening skills. That's going to do it for us, episode 292, which is I like that.
292.
29?
292.
It's the same front as it is backwards.
It is. It's a palindrome. If it were letters, it's not.
It's not letters. That's true. Episode 292. It's not letters, which will make no sense all the way to I like the title to be at the very end of the show. I like them to have to listen to the whole thing to go, I don't understand why they named it that. Thanks for being here. You should come back next week and listen.
You should.
Maybe you'll like that one as well. Maybe you'll like all of them because it's great. It's a great show.
Just start it. Not the beginning. Start around 150.
Yeah. Maybe not even that far. You know what? Start at 298. No, that's weird too because Dan's not on here. Start with this one.
Well, since we just completed 292, doing 298 would be really weird.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let it go. Let them search for it. Let's force. Remember, this podcast is Dan approved. He listens each and every week.
I do not listen every week. I just listen to it. There's to make sure. Sometimes I find stuff like things that happened.
What's the Kicks? It's kid mom approved kids.
What?
The Kick cereal. It's like something or.
Oh, it's kid tested, mother approved.
That's this Dan tested, listener approved.
That's it. There we go. I do my due diligence.
Listener tested, Dan approved. I don't know. You should listen to this son of a bitch every week.
Yeah, because it's awesome.
Subscribe. It makes life easier. Don't search it out. It'll just be there. Yeah. All right. It's going to do it for us. Good night.
Good night.